Hey y'all, welcome back to our kitchen. I'm Brittany, this is Emily. Today we are going to be making some super special, super swirly Christmas sugar cookies. We're gonna get started right now. What are we gonna do? Let's get started. So we are doubling this recipe, so it is going to make 48 cookies. I have lots of people that I'm going to give them out to, so that's why we are doing so many. If I would have had enough butter, I would have done a triple batch, but we can work with it. That's good. We're going to do some red and white, some green and white, and I'm going to attempt to do some green and red. We're going to get started by putting our butter and our sugar in our mixer. We are going to start with 2 sticks of butter, which is a cup. Can you put it in there? Now we need 1 cup of sugar. And this is a half cup. So I'm going to be doing 2 scoops. Put it in there. Good job. One more. We like to play in the sugar. Wash your fingers. Now we are going to turn our mixer on and mix until it starts to get fluffy, probably about 2 minutes. And our butter is at room temperature. I've had it sitting out this morning. So make sure you do that. That way it's a whole lot easier to mix that flour, that butter and sugar. It's turning out pretty good, you think? It's really soon to be thinking it's going to turn out really good. We're just going to scrape down the sides. And continue. So now our butter and our sugar is blended. Let me show you what that looks like. Oop, that's what you want it to look like. Now we are going to add 1 egg and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, here is our 1 teaspoon of vanilla.
I want to do it.
See if I can get this open.
Can I do it?
There we go.
Can I do it?
Here. Just fill the spoon. Alright, now put it in here. Doesn't it smell good?
It smells pretty good.
Now we're adding our 1 egg. You are a big help. Okay, we're going to start mixing. You want to turn this on? There's a bee in here. Okay, that's good. And we're going to let this mix for about another minute. Now we are going to add in 3 cups of flour slowly. I am going to use my half cup again, and I'm just going to pour about 1/4 of it in at a time. This dough is going to look dry at first, but once it really starts getting mixed together, it'll just start pulling away from the sides of the bowl and actually look like a good cookie dough. So I'm going to add a little bit of this in.
Can I feel it? Can I feel
There we go. It's about 1/4 cup. There's nothing in there. Less sugar. Okay, careful. got 2 cups so far. Okay, so here's our cookie dough. It looks crumbly, but it forms really well, and that's what you want. We are going to start with green. That's what color this one wants to start with. So what we're going to do is we're going to take half of this out, and I'm going to form it into a ball and roll it out on some parchment paper to where it's just that one sheet. And then we're going to leave the other half in here and add our green food coloring until it makes the color green that we want. You can do light green, dark green, whatever. It's all up to preference. Let's get half of our mixture, form it into our ball. We are super excited about our cookie project today. And this right here is only one batch. I'm separating the 2 batches because we're making 2 different colors. So I'm probably going to do about another half of a handful. And that's what we have left that we are going to, watch out for Minnie, that we are going to put our green food coloring in. But first, we want to form this. So it's a pretty tight packed ball. You gonna help me? Good job. Get our crumbs in there. Okay, now we're gonna get our rolling pin.
I want to roll it.
Okay, let me get it started first because it's already looking a little crumbly. I think what I'm going to try to do is put a piece of parchment on top. I'm slipping around quite a bit. And just kind of work it out, just like that. It'll take a little bit of time. So I did have to migrate from the counter to the kitchen table, and we've made a lot better progress with rolling this out. That's about what you want. Now we're going to get our green mixed. Okay, here is our green food coloring. Okay, a little bit at a time. Careful, careful. Don't get it on your hands.
It's splattering everywhere.
Well, that's gonna be super green. That was about 3 good squeezes. Let's see what color green we come up with. Let's show y'all what color green it is. Whoa! It's about that green. I think we're going to make it a little bit darker. That was about another good squeeze. That is the green that we are looking for. Like I said, if you want it lighter, if you want it darker, that's all its preference. But I think that's a really good Christmas green. Now, I am going to, and it's a Christmas green. I'm going to make a ball with this, just like I did the last one. Put this on a different sheet of parchment paper. I'm just going to put this right back on here because we're doing the same batch. And there's a little bit of flour on it. That's okay though.
So they are telling me that when this person comes back in, if you want to be their friend, if you want to entertain them, if you want to hear them out, take it very slow. Make sure you make yourself a priority, okay? Make sure you're making yourself a priority. This person could be really sad.
Yeah, what she said. Now we've got our ball. Looks better if I hold it that way, huh? You want to push it? We're going to take this over to our kitchen table again and get it rolled out flat just like the white. Here is our green dough rolled out. Let me move my hand out of the way over there. There we go. Look at how pretty that is. Now, we're going to get our normal colored sugar cookie dough and put it right on top of this one. Now, all I'm doing is just trying to form this into a more even roll. Let me pull my daughter over here in her chair. Okay. Well, it's pretty even all the way. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to take my saran wrap and roll it up just like this. And you're doing this so it doesn't dry out while it's chilling in the fridge. And I'm just going to try to make it as even as a roll as I can. Because whenever you cut it into these cookie shapes, you don't want some that are not evenly shaped or they'll cook in different times. Now, when you make these, you can just do the regular sugar cookie recipe and just skip the food coloring part, roll it up, chill it, cut it into normal sugar cookies, and then bake them at 350 degrees for, I forgot at this very moment, but we will find out later in the video. My mind's kind of all over the place right now. So, yeah, you're just going to cut them up and bake them just like you would a normal sugar cookie. You could put sprinkles on them. You could ice them. You can do pretty much whatever you'd like to do to them. I love sugar cookies because they're just so basic and you can do so much with them. I'm going to get these in the fridge and then we're going to start on our red and white. We're doing the same recipe all over again. Now again, we're going to do our 2 sticks of room temperature butter.
And I'm starting to think I can't give you what you need because what I'm asking for seems too much for you, which means it's not what's best for you. That's the problem here. So you guys, they're speaking. What is that? A half teaspoon?
I don't know.
They gave me information and here it is. Here's the song. That's
Y'all,
your energy.
you know what I forgot?
Showing up. And all of
I didn't put any salt in the last batch. It's okay. It's not going to make a huge difference. It's just going to elevate the flavor a little bit. But if y'all see me put salt in this batch, that's why. It was supposed to go in the last batch too, but I didn't do it. But it's only a quarter of a teaspoon, so I think it'll be okay. Like I said, I am going to put it in this batch just so we can see what the taste difference is. Alright, once again, to our room temperature butter, we're going to add 1 cup of sugar. Same exact recipe as last time. Mix until it's fluffy. Y'all would never believe this. Guess what else I didn't put in the last batch? Baking powder. Once again, that's semi-okay. I'm not going to take it out and remix it again. I thought about it and just have green cookies. But it's already all rolled up. It's already so dense that I don't want to put it through my mixer again. It's not going to affect the flavor at all. They're just not going to rise as much. They're going to be a flat cookie. Definitely, just like the salt, going to put it in this batch. Really, I'm supposed to add that when I add the flour. So we're going to do that now. Our butter and sugar are all nicely blended. Let's get this done. Add our egg and our vanilla.
Thank you for all you did for me. Life review. Okay.
Now we're doing our 1 teaspoon of vanilla.
Alright, message card year. A lot is going to change for you
Okay, put
over
it
the
in there.
course of the next year. Don't give up.
I'll use
Okay,
that.
so
Oh,
big
don't.
changes come in Pisces
I
over
promise
the
you,
next
you're not
year.
going to like the way
Look,
that
see
tastes.
too. That's why they're saying don't dirty your head to
Mix the eggs and vanilla in. It is nice and smooth. And keep on scraping it. Don't do that. Keep on scraping it off the sides. That way you know everything gets evenly incorporated. Good incorporated. That's a good job. So, first and foremost, don't put stuff in there. First and foremost, I'm going to add our salt and our baking powder. That way I do not forget. So, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Here's my baking powder. And I'm using 1/4 teaspoon now because I already put my teaspoon in the dishwasher.
Can I feel that?
No, you don't want to feel this, baby. Okay. There is our 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Now, we want to get our salt. I'm using kosher salt. That is what I always use. I love Himalayan pink salt, but I have not had a chance to order any. We are going to do 1/4 teaspoon.
Stand up for yourself. Pull your energy away. But your loved ones are saying karma is going to
Perfect. That's all we need. That's all we need, baby.
You don't have to dirty your hands. You're going to see. You're going to watch it happen.
Now, we have all of our ingredients in this one. Now we are going to continue on with our flour.
Yep.
Like I did before, I'm going to add in a little bit. Okay, so this batch is done, and it does have the baking powder and the salt. Now there's a lot of noise in the background. My little one got bored. She's over here entertaining herself with her games, having a snack. So I'm going to try to talk to where y'all can hear me. Just ignore all the sounds in the background. I have half of it out. Now this time with the baking powder and the salt, it is a lot more crumbly. So I think I'm going to have a little bit of a harder time rolling it out. But this time I have it on plastic wrap instead of parchment paper, and I think that's going to help me rolling it in the end. Whenever I have to roll the 2 colors together, I'm going to get this rolled out. Okay, so that was a task, y'all. I don't know if I lost count of the cups or what. It is not my day. This batch is super dry, so I ended up having to remix it and add just a little bit of olive oil in it in order to just get it to roll out somewhat. It's still really crumbly. I've never had this happen to me before, but they're all going to turn out good. I hope, fingers crossed. Now I'm going to start working on my red part of the cookies. Got just my regular red food coloring and put a few squirts in there. I know a little bit of food coloring goes a long way, but I want a really rich color. So look at that, y'all. I definitely think I put like half a cup too much flour, 1/4 cup. I thought I was keeping track, but it's been a busy day. Like I said, I got super sidetracked, and I put a lot of red food coloring in there, so it should not be that light. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil and see if that helps at all. Okay, that is a lot better. I am going to take this out in just a second, roll it into a ball, roll it out, and put it on top of our white. Okay, y'all. So, my phone died, so y'all missed a little bit of the red at the very end. I was able to get it rolled out and rolled up. That has been chilling in the fridge. Our green one has been chilling in the fridge for long enough. I have it right here. I am going to sprinkle my cookie sheet right here. Ooh, let me zoom out. With sprinkles. And I'm going to take this and roll it in the sprinkles and see how many I can get to stick. And then I'm going to slice it. I have my oven preheated to 350. And then we're going to bake them for 9 to 11 minutes. I'm going to kind of check them within the last 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Crazy day. So we can get the right consistency that I want. If y'all like a crunchier cookie, cook it longer. If y'all want like a softer cookie, of course, cook it a shorter amount of time. So here we go. I've been rolling it just like that. They're not sticking too well, and you don't have to do this step either. I might not do this step on the next batch because I don't have that many sprinkles. So here they are when they're cut. They're not exactly swirly, but that's okay. I'm cutting them about that thick. I'm going to finish cutting this. I'm going to roll this. And I'm probably going to fill this pan with just this side and get it going in the oven. I have our first batch in the oven. I only put 9 on a tray because I wanted to see how they expanded. I would love to put this whole tray in my oven, but it will not fit. So I'm just going to have these laid out for the next 7 minutes. And we'll check on those here in a few. Alright, y'all, I got the first batch out of the oven. This one was on the very end, closest to where it gets hot. So is this one. They didn't change at all. But the flavor's there. So we're just going to deal with it. Remember, the green batch is the batch that I forgot the baking powder and the salt. I'm going to finish up the rest of these. I've got another batch in the oven. And then we are going to do our red. So we have all these done. All of our green ones are done. I am going to wait until tomorrow to bake the red ones. It's late in the evening. I need to feed Emily and I need to give her a bath and all that. She's got school tomorrow. So we're going to leave it at this and I will catch y'all tomorrow. Hey y'all, it's day 2 and we're getting our red ones in the oven. These actually look like swirls. Unlike those, but that's okay. We're going to get these in the oven for 9 to 11 minutes. All right, y'all, all of them are done. They're all out of the oven. But let me tell you what, I made, let me see, 1, 2, 3 mistakes on these recipes. Remember the green ones, I did not add the baking powder or the salt. The flavor was great. They were just really crunchy, really hard. We can get past that. The second batch, I am almost 100%, see, 110% positive that I put too much flour. And I'm not sure if I discussed that or said that yesterday while I was making them. I'll have to go back and look when I edit this. But yeah, there's hardly any sweetness with these. It almost tastes just like flour, a little bit of vanilla, maybe some egg. Yeah, maybe obviously you can't taste the egg, but you know what I mean. So, but here's what they look like. There they are. They look good. The swirl's pretty, but, and they're not as crunchy as these guys are. But we will make some different cookies later on, probably some memory box ones. Those are my grandmother's favorite. I'm not sure if we will do that at the farm or not. We'll have to see, but I will catch y'all next time and see y'all later.